Hey MySQL learners. So in this session, we'll look at select statements, not just the syntax, but also like some ways you can actually like improve the performance of your queries. I'm going to be using the schema called ecom store to explain about this. A select statement in its most simple form will look like this. So you have the select and from keywords, and then after the select, you specify the select list, which is the columns that you want to select. If you specify a star or asterisk, so that actually selects all the columns from this table. And then after the from keyword, you specify the table names where you want to select the data from. So if I do a select star from products underscore 3, it's going to return all the data from products underscore 3 table. But do remember that anytime you are using a star after the select or in the select list, you are basically querying all the columns in this table. You don't need to query all the columns in the table in most other cases. So you only like specify the columns that you need to query. So in this next query, let's go line by line and see what changes that I've done to this query to make it better. So let's say I want to select only these columns. That's why I specified only these columns in the select list. In the from clause, I have specified products underscore 3 table. Very often you will be selecting from multiple tables. You need to join the tables and then retrieve useful data out of it. And in the where clause, you specify all the filters, all the conditions based on which your data will be filtered out. So here I am including only the data which have quantity less than 25. So this way I'm able to actually filter most of the data out of this table. This is very useful in minimizing the amount of data that you retrieve from the database. Hence, your queries are going to be fast. This order by is basically going to sort the data that is retrieved based on the columns that we specify here. So here, I'm just like ordering by product name. And of course, like when you're sorting data, especially when you're sorting a lot of data, the operation can be expensive. Unless your sort buffer size, that is actually the memory area where the sorts happen, unless it is sized properly, the operation can be really slow. So you need to pay attention to that configuration as well. And I have this other query which just goes to show you that like this is a very simple select statement. Again, in this select actually I have only the select keyword and a function. I'm using the now function, but there are several other SQL functions that you can use in this query. For example, I can use the database function to return the database that I am actually connected to. And as you can see, I am actually able to invoke multiple functions in the same query. So that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next session.